All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Now Wood. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to... And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points get them. At 0 off the board.
There we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's Wood. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Wentz going to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Open space inside the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
This is Wood. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to wind up in it. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's letting this one go for... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3 down. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd down. That's Wood. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 51 yards. On first down, Wentz. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Over the middle here to Coates. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes going to throw, being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Wentz. And this one caught by Coates. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He finds Coates complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. To throw, it's Wentz. Pass incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 3rd down. It's Hubbard, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Tapper in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Barnett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Green 90.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nigel Bradham in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. On play action, they'll throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lion.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodriguez. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Wentz now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Black, come on.
Play action. Now Wentz. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
Trey 15.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
52, great. Here we go. 280. Check, crunch.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking deep downfield. Well, that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. On the give, this is their fullback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And give him a gain of 37. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Single. Z.
Mahomes now on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ace.
On 3rd down, that's Wood. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Green 39. Slow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Wentz now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodriguez. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. They give it to him running left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ready, green 90, green 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 35. He was looking for Watkins that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Lefty. Great. Let's fly two. 81. Great.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Wrap. Switch on. There, sit.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19.
There, sit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
you